Hello and welcome to Do It with Daisy. I'm Daisy. I'm a certified yoga instructor, an overall fitness enthusiast, and a proud dog mom to Waffles, who is our beloved doggie here to guide and inspire us all. Today, she did that by running over to her buttons as soon as I opened our bedroom door and telling me that she needs to make food chicken. There was obviously a little bit lost in translation. She wanted to make some chicken for food, but I don't have those buttons separated. Make food is just one click for her. So I thought that this would be the perfect opportunity to show you how to make some delicious and nutritious chicken for your dog.
Whoa, do it with Daisy. Whoa, do it with Daisy.
A lot of times you'll see me seasoning my chicken with rosemary or basil or some other dog-friendly spices and herbs. But this time you won't see any of those spices or herbs because this is just for Waffles. I don't need this chicken to be super aromatic for me to enjoy it because I'm not going to be enjoying it. I'm going to be giving it to my dog. And Waffles is most excited about the smell and taste of the meat itself. So we're not going to cover that up. I'm going to take some sunflower oil though, mostly because it's part of her diet for today anyway, recommended by her veterinary nutritionist based on her activity level, her breed and age, and all that fun stuff. Lots went into deciding what she should be eating. However, if you have a nonstick pan, you do not need to use any oil. I am going to go ahead and put a little bit of sunflower oil in here, and then I'll just go ahead and toss my little chicken strips in here. Now, a lot of times, veterinarians will recommend that you use ground meats because you're able to get a more precise determination of the fat to lean meat ratio. And if you're doing that, I do also have another video that shows you how to make it easy to portion those into treats. So just send me a message on OnlyFans and I will send you in the right direction. Just fill this pan with all of these little pieces of chicken. I want to make sure I get every little piece because I weighed these out per the veterinary nutritionist's instructions. Now I want to go ahead and put this on the burner on medium-high heat. If I had a big chunk of chicken, I would not be doing it that high. I might even want to slow cook it in the oven, but I like to do this with smaller pieces of chicken for a couple of reasons. Number one, I can get it thoroughly cooked fairly quickly, unlike bigger pieces of chicken, which to me makes me feel better because I know the longer something's cooking, the more nutrition is kind of lost in that process. So I feel a lot better about feeding my dog something that hasn't been in the oven for like an hour or two. There's another reason for me wanting it to be faster, and that's that I don't have to stay in the kitchen all day. I can go do more yoga. I can go on a hike. There's fun things in life, not just being in the kitchen. This is only fun because she's here. Okay, so now here you can see how the chicken looks when it's about halfway cooked. You can see the smaller pieces don't have very much pink even on the very top at all, and the bigger pieces are still mostly pink on the top. This is the point at which we can go ahead and flip our chicken. Don't worry about that, honey. It's not from this pan. And now we'll just put this back on medium-high heat for maybe like 5 minutes. So now it's been about 5 minutes and I kind of have a feeling that Waffles chicken is done. But here's the thing. I need to use the thermometer to make sure that it's reached 165 degrees Fahrenheit so that I know that it's safe for her to eat. Waffles does not like the thermometer. She'll leave the room even though she loves being here on the kitchen counter, cooking with me, smelling all the food smells, taking some snacks. She loves all that, but she will leave the room if I pull that thermometer out too close to her. Don't worry, sweetie, I won't. So I'm going to go ahead and go over here and I will tempt the chicken. Before I turn on the thermometer, I like to use it to grab one of the chickens. Let's see, this one looks the least cooked. Not quite all the way done. Put that one back in the frying pan. I do want to try this one that looks like it's way more cooked. Yeah. So it looks like we've got about half of the chicken strips done and half of them not done. The ones that are done are still right around 165, like 166, 167, but the ones that aren't done just aren't safe. So we're gonna go ahead and let them all cook a little bit longer. That's a lot easier than going through and pulling out each one that's done. And Waffles isn't going to mind if they cook for just a little bit longer. All right, now these are fully cooked. Now, if you don't have a meat thermometer, you can always just cut right into the middle of one. Okay, let's look at this one. This one looks like, oh gee, I don't know if it's cooked, but if we cut into the middle of it, there's no pink whatsoever. And then let's go ahead and take a bigger piece. Still no pink. That's a great thing to do, especially because unless you're asking your dog to chew this up really good, you always want to cut their food into smaller pieces. That way they don't have any choking hazards and their body can really digest it the first time instead of them, having a projectile accident. So all that's really left to do is to let this cool off and then let my dog lick the pan, but I really feel like you don't need any help figuring out how to leave this alone for a little while to cool off and then give it to your dog. I have faith in you. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure that you show it by pressing that like button and also by sharing it with a friend. And of course, make sure that you're subscribed to me. You can follow me at DoItWithDaisy. I will see you next week. Bye.